Hey yo, what is up guys? It is Bazzaa here today, back with another Fortnite video. Hope you guys are having an absolutely fantastic day. Thank you for stopping on this video. But my friends, today we are back at it with another Fortnite ranked video. But this one is one that I think you guys are really going to enjoy. We are going over all of the locations on Fortnite that are not named, not titled, and we're going to be ranking them all from worst to best. These are obviously all the places without a name, so Pleasant Park, you know, Greasy Grove. We're going over all the places without a name that are still quite popular. People drop there, absolutely fantastic spots that have good loot. We're going to be going over all of them from worst to best, so I hope you guys are enjoying this video. Make sure you guys drop a like if you haven't already. That'd mean the world to me. This video did take a little while to make, and I would appreciate it if you guys could drop a like, put the post notifications on if you haven't already, to be first to all my videos. But guys, anyway, let's get straight into this. Without further ado, let's get into the video, everyone. Alright guys, before we start, I would just like to say we're going to be going over some of the honorable mentions that didn't make it quite onto the list, but are still really good locations that have not been named on the map. And these ones are near the motel. We have the houses. I don't really know what to... I just call them the houses. Sorry, near Junk Junction, right of Junk Junction. These houses, you know, they are just houses. They're like a bunch of 6 houses. Now, the reason I didn't put them on the list is because they're just houses, and I feel like they're not really unique, as there are a lot of houses scattered around the map. Although they are in a group, I guess it is a good loot spot, and I would suggest going there, but we're not including that. The other one is the racetrack behind Retail Row. This is also a really cool spot. As well as this is unique, it doesn't really have many chests at all, so it didn't quite make it on the list, but it's cool. It's still a cool spot. And the last one that didn't make it on the list that I thought would probably have been the closest to making on the list, and that is north of Wailing Woods. We have the wooden house, the big wooden house. You know, it's still a great spot, but once again, it's just a house. It doesn't really have that much loot. It's cool though. People do drop there, but it didn't make it on the list. Anyway guys, let's get straight into the real list here. Make sure you like if you haven't already. But guys, we're starting off with my man Trailer Park. Or not even my man, what am I saying? We're starting off with Trailer Park, the Caravan Park, behind Retail Row. This is actually a really good spot for a few reasons. Although it is ranked worst on this list, this spot is actually quite cool. So there is up to 3 chest spots, but the main thing that makes this spot actually pretty good and unique is, one, it's close to Retail Row. It's close to a few other good loot locations, but the main thing is there are so many caravans, and within these caravans it contains a lot of metal, and we know metal is the rarest or the hardest to obtain material, and you can get a lot of it. I'm pretty sure you can get up to 999. I made a video on the way to get the most materials before. But guys, that is Trailer Park. Not much to it. It's got 3 chest spots. It's got a lot of metal. You can grab yourself some great stuff here, and then you can also head off to Retail Row and, you know, clean that up. So yeah guys, Trailer Park coming in at the worst non-names location. Next up on the list, my dudes, we have Prison. At the start of the game, I used to drop here so much. I really like this place. It's pretty cool. It's unique, and the reason why this ranks the second worst on the list is, for one, you know, it does have a decent amount of chest spots, but the thing is, this is barely ever in the circle, and it's also close to Moisty Mire, so there aren't many good locations around it that you can get much loot from. I guess the best and the closest one would be Fatal Fields, but yet again, that's not really the best, and it's mostly out of the circle too. So Prison, it's a really cool location. Like, you know, just the whole idea of it is really cool. And if this was anything, if there were any of these places to be named on the map, I thought it would have been Prison. You know, I thought they might have named Prison one of the updates, but it never happened. Oh no, maybe it will sometime, who knows. But guys, that is Prison for the second worst location on the map. Quite a cool location, and I used to go there sometimes. I still do go there sometimes. But guys, on the next location we have on the list for the third worst, we're going over the cargo or the shipping containers. That is what I like to call it. Behind Retail Row. This location is, it's sort of weird. I look, aesthetically I don't like it. It's a weird place. It's quite annoying to loot actually, because of all the chests. You know, they're in the shipping containers. You got to build up to them. It's a struggle to build up to them. As you can see, me, the biggest noob in this gameplay, I can barely build up to these chests. It also doesn't really have that many chests, and, you know, as I said, it's annoying to loot. It is close to Retail Row though, as you guys will know. So that's, I guess, a good thing. But, you know, this location, I never drop there. I can't ever see myself dropping there. I just don't like it. But compared to the other two places, it does have the most chests. So that's why it's in the third worst here. And there is also, I guess, a lot of metal if you can be bothered mining those chests or the shipping containers. But yeah, guys, as I said, this isn't really a bad spot. It's just not one of my favorites aesthetically, and, you know, it's annoying to loot. But look, if you go here with a duo, maybe even a squad, you'll be pushing it, but you could get a decent amount of loot with a duo or whatnot. And it's, you know, it's not a bad location. It's just not my favorite. It's not really easy loot. There are definitely a lot of other better locations. But guys, that is it. On to the next one. Getting onto the better side of the list now. This is, from this point on, I would say these places I would consider dropping. But yeah, let's get into this. Here we are. We are going to be going into Motel. This was one of the recently added locations with the new city update. I guess it's been out for probably a few months now, but I do really like this location aesthetically. You know, it looks cool. It also has a few houses next to it, so there's some bonus loot. Now, this place, the motel area itself, I believe has up to 6 chest spawns, 1 in the truck, 1 near the pool, and 3 in the actual motel itself. So this is not a bad location. I would definitely go here. It's also close to Anarchy, so you could even drop here after you finish going to Anarchy. Yeah, this place I think is one of the coolest looking non-named locations. Like, just a whole like abandoned motel sort of idea I really like, and I think it's a cool location. One of my favorite looking ones, and I really would go here sometimes. You know, if I ever see the bus coming this way, I'd be sure to drop here. This place for duos is even pretty good. Probably not squads, there probably isn't enough loot, but if you're going here with duos, I think this would actually be a really nice spot for duos. Whether you land at Anarchy, then come loot this, or even just go straight here. But guys, that is it for Motel. You can get pretty good loot. As you can see here, I got a chug jug, a green pump, and all that. Pretty good location. Although, you know, as I said, it's probably not the best for squads because there are only 6 chest spawns, and most of the time you're not going to get all of those spawns. But yeah, guys, that is it for Motel. On to the next location. Here on the map, we have Factories 1.0, the good old original factories. You know, Avery popularized it, I guess. I believe it was Avery. But yeah, this spot, I used to go here all the time. And I feel like before the new city update, this was like my go-to spot. This is where all the sweats go, I would say, in the Fortnite before the new update. You would see a lot of tryhard and sweat Fortnite players go here. But to be honest, it's great. It's a good spot, but if there were no new locations from the new update, this would probably be the #1 best like non-named location. So like if besides from these next places, if they weren't in the game, this would probably be the best non-named location for sure. But you know, this is still an absolute great spot. It's close to retail. It's close to salty. It's close to dusty. It's close to a lot of cool little places that you could loot. And yeah, there's not much to say about it. Basic factories. You got the 3 factories. You got the chest in the truck. You got the L-shaped factory that's got 3 spawns. You got the one I'm in right here in the video. It's got 1 spawn, and the other one that's got 1 spawn. So there we go. That's like 7 chest spawns. A pretty good location. I don't find myself dropping here much anymore, but I definitely did used to drop here a lot. Good loot. You know, you could probably go here with a squad, to be honest. It wouldn't be too bad. But that is it for Factories 1.0. You will never be forgotten. Never be forgotten. This spot will always be good and will always be in our hearts. But guys, that is it for Factories 1.0. On to the next one that I don't even know what to call. I'm calling this Big Chair. This was one added in the most recent update, of course. Or not the most recent update, but the most recent city update. Oh, actually, that's not even true now because we got lucky landings. But this was added in the last city update, the big city update, the major city update. And yeah, I go by this. I call this Big Chair. Basically, it's got a little house that can have up to 2 chests in the roof. It's got like a little barn, the one that you find in Fatal with the white roof. That's also got 1 chest, and the Big Chair itself has 1 chest. Now, you may be saying, well, okay, this doesn't have as many chests as the other locations. Why is this ranked above, you know, Factories 1.0 and all that? Well, purely because of the location around it. And spoiler, it might be in this list, I don't know, but, you know, you guys are going to find out in a second. This spot itself, you know, it's good. I go here actually a lot of the time in duos after going to some other location that will not be named right now. But yeah, this spot I do like. It's quite unique. That's one thing I do like about it. It is unique. So it also has the little, I don't know, is it the taco? Yeah, it's the taco store. It's got the taco store. It's got the house with 2 chests. I feel like this spot has a lot of different places from different cities. Like you got the Fatal Fields barn thing. You got this random chair and the motel little house thing. But yeah, that is it. On to the next location. We have soccer, my dude, soccer fields or football. Sorry if I triggered some people. In Australia, it's soccer. Wherever you're from, whatever you call it. Football, soccer, I'm sorry. But yeah, we're coming over to football or soccer fields here. And this location, definitely one of my favorites from the new update. This is the second best. So we are getting up in this list, guys. This spot, I will say, I love. I actually love this spot. Now, there is a few things that I love about this spot. This spot to me is like a love-hate relationship, dude. Sometimes I love this spot, but sometimes you drop there and it sucks. And there's a few reasons for that. First of all, this spot has a great amount of chests. Well, not a great amount. It's got a decent amount of chests. You got 1 in the pool area. You got 2 in the little car mechanic place. And 3 in the soccer field itself. But the thing is with this spot, right? You can get some really good loot. But I swear this spot is always out of the circle, bro. And it's like I like to think as this place as like Snobby Shores as like brother, okay? You know, they don't relate in any way, but they are always out of the circle together. And I feel like every time I go Snobby, I go here on the way and I gotta keep running to Tilted. So this is the thing. This spot is never in the circle, but we are rating all these places on loot, of course. Not whether they're in the circle or not, but yeah. Guys, soccer field is a great location, but guys, can you guess what the next place is going to be? The one, the only, can we get a drum roll for this? No, you know what, we're not going to get a drum roll. It's just, you guys know what it is. It's the amazing Factories 2.0. This is probably my favorite spot in the game. Like, actually, this spot is amazing. It has so many chests. It's like combined Factories 1.0, or not even, no. This is like Factories 1.0 times 10. I just love it. There are so many good places there. You can easily loot up. You can easily fully loot 2 full squads. Easy. No doubts. This spot is amazing. And as you know, this was the spot I was talking about from the motel location. The reason why the motel location was as high as it is on the list is because you go here and you go to motel. It's just so convenient. Or you go to motel, then you go here. And that's why I love this spot. It's close to... You know, this spot even makes Flush Factory look good. Because you can go to Flush Factory, then you go here, and you're going to get some amazing loot. But guys, you see how many times I go here on my stream. I made a video on this spot. It's absolutely amazing. And I don't know how this spot got into the game without being named like God Factories or something. Because it literally deserves that name. But, alright, this spot, it's got 5 factories. It's got the Dusty one. It's got one from Factories 1.0, and it's got another. Sorry, no, it's got 5 factories, and all these places have a lot of chests. So we're gonna go through all the places. We got Dusty has got 3 chests. We got the L-shaped one from Factories 1.0, which has also got 3. We've got the sort of Loot Lake looking factories that have 2 in the bottom and the top, and then we got the one with the basement that also has 2. And now, regardless from all those places, you've got the little house that's got 1, and you've got the trucks that have got chests in the back, and there's even one in the shipping container. There are so many chests here. It's absolutely amazing. And even though they nerfed this place in the recent update, taking away 3 chests every time you drop here, there are going to be 3 chests, spawns less. It's still absolutely amazing. And I still stick to my statement that you can easily squad up or get set with 2 squads here. Easily. I love this spot. I go with so many times. So many of my wins are from here. But guys, that is it for the worst to best locations, or the ranking all the worst and best locations that are not named on the map, obviously from worst to best. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you drop a like if you haven't already. If you guys want to see some more cool videos like this, let me know some suggestions in the comments that you would like to see ranked worst to best. This is probably one of my favorite videos I've made so far. It's taken a long time, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Some support would be appreciated. without further ado, I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace out, my dudes. Love you all. Bye-bye.